Good morning, boys and girls. It is Monday, August 31st. I hope you've had a good weekend and got some much needed rest. Today, we're going to talk about surface area using nets. This can be a complicated process, but if you will break things down into pieces, I promise it's not that difficult. What do we mean when we say surface area? Well, surface area is the area of all the surfaces. And all the surfaces that we're going to be looking at are the surfaces that are shapes that you already know how to find the area of. Okay? So, let's take just a minute and do a little warm up. Which one of these? You've got 4 triangles here. Which one of these do you see that doesn't belong? Okay. Well, I don't know about you, and there's really no right answer. You can probably make an argument for whichever one. I chose S because S was the only one that was the right triangle. Okay. Now, what do you need every day for your math class? Every day for your math class, you need your notebook and you need something to write with, preferably a pencil, because in order to learn, we're going to make mistakes and you're going to need to be able to erase. Okay? All right. So today, this is your learning target. And I want you to put this in your notes on a daily basis. Your learning target: I can find the surface area of a rectangular prism using a net. So pause the video, give yourself enough time to write down this learning target. Okay? All right, so what does a net look like? Well, here is a rectangular prism. Okay? Here is a rectangular prism. You've probably seen one of these before, okay? There are several views of it. I have a hard time with three-dimensional things, and I think most people do. I just have a hard time visualizing. So here is what the net of this rectangular prism looks like. So we've got a square on each end, and we got 4 rectangles. So if we can find the square, find the area of the squares, the area of the 4 rectangles, we have the surface area. Fine, no problem, right? Okay, so let's look at an example. Okay, we have a rectangular prism. There are 12 cubes. There are 4 on the bottom, 4 in the middle, 4 on the top. You can't see all of them. Okay? So, here is what we know. We know that this is 3 units high. The height is 3, right? So if I find the area, and let's say this is the length, okay? And let's signify this as the front of this rectangular prism. The height is 3, the length is 2, okay? So the area is going to be B times H, 3 times 2, which is 6. But this is for the front. Is there another side that's going to have the same area as the front? Well, of course, the back. So the back area, base times height, 3 times 2 equals 6. So far, we have a surface area of 12. Okay, we're not finished. That's okay. But so far, we have a surface area of 12. Okay, All right, now I'm going to transition for a minute to a highlighter. I think you'll be able to see it better. Okay, and we're going to make these the sides. Okay, we already know the height, right? We already know the height. We're going to call this the width. And it's 2. Okay, so area equals base times height equals 3, which is my height, times 2 equals 6. And we said this was a side. We're going to call this the left side. Okay, and then over here where we can't see, we have the right side. Okay, so area equals B times H equals 3 times 2 equals 6. Okay, so wow, we see a little theme going on. That won't always be the case. Okay. Okay, so now let's look at the top. We already know all of our dimensions, don't we? Don't we already know about all of our dimensions? What's going to have the same area as the top? Well, of course, the bottom. Again, our same formula. Base times height. This time it's 2 and 2, which is 4. Area, base, and height. 2 times 2 equals 4. Okay? So, with all that being said, now I can add everything up and find my surface area. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 28, 32. Okay? All right. Let's look at another one. This time, our dimensions have been given to us. This time, our dimensions have been given to us. I'm going to do the same thing though. I'm going to work with colors. I just think it helps. Okay? So I've got the front. The front is 2 by 3. Okay? Let me put my area formula in here. Area equals base times height equals 2 times 3, which is 6. This is the front. And the back is going to be the same thing. Okay? Area equals base times height equals 2 times 3 equals 6. Now, what could I do so I don't have to do this calculation 2 times? If I know the front and the back are going to be the same, can I fashion another formula? Of course I can, and we'll look at that in just a minute. Okay? So let's look at top and bottom. Top and bottom. I've got 2 of them. So area equals 2 times base times height. Yeah, can I simplify things? Since sorry, I picked up the wrong color. 2 times base, we can use 2 as the base. Height, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 times 5 is 10. 10 times 2 is 20. Okay? And this is for the top and bottom. Okay? Top and bottom. So now I just have the two sides to do. Now I have the left side and the right side. Now you can use that little formula that I just showed you, multiply the 2 times the base and the height, or you can work it all out. Totally a personal preference. Okay? Area equals 2 times base times height, and this time we're working on the left and right sides. Okay? So 2 times base, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Height is 3. So that's going to be 2 times 15, which is 30. Okay? Surface area. Surface area is going to be 30 plus 20, which is 50. 6 and 6 is 12. 50 plus 12, 62. Okay. Now, you can pause the video at any time. This is your turn. Okay. Hold on to this one. We will go over it tomorrow. We're going to find the surface area of that one. Okay. Go back and watch the video if you need to. And have a good evening.